Hello everyone, welcome to course study on solid mechanics. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss the new concept of unit number 5, that is shaft is subjected to combine bending moment as well as the twisting moment. So the name itself indicate in this particular case a shaft is subjected to combine effect of bending moment plus a twisting moment. Okay, so first of all we will discuss the introductory part of this particular concept. Okay, so remember that a shaft in practice is not in pure torsion, but it is also subjected to a bending moment. Okay, so when the shaft is subjected to resist bending moment M along with the twisting moment T, the stresses which are induced into the shaft is the combined effect of shear stress tau and the bending stress sigma. The torque which is applied onto the shaft from the resultant effect of the bending moment and the twisting moment is called as the equivalent torque. So remember that when a torque is applied onto the shaft, the combined effect, the resultant effect is the combination of bending moment as well as the twisting moment. And such a case is known as a equivalent torque. That particular torque is known as a equivalent torque. Bending moment plus the twisting moment is nothing but it's a equivalent torque, and it is denoted by the letter Te. Okay, and mathematically it is given by Te is equal to under root of m square plus t square. Okay, where m is the bending moment and t is the torsion. In the next lecture, in the next slide, we are going to derive this particular equivalent torque value. Okay, so first of all, consider a shaft of diameter d which is subjected to a bending moment m along with the twisting moment t at any section. Therefore, by using bending stress formula, we have m upon I which is equal to sigma by y. From this equation, first of all, we will find out the value of sigma. Therefore, the value of sigma can be given by sigma is equal to m upon I into y. Okay, therefore, as r is equal to y or y is equal to r, so we will have sigma is equal to m upon I into r. So remember that the value of y is capital R, because it is the value of bending stress sigma at any point in the section at a radius of capital R and at a distance of y from the neutral axis. So remember this particular concept. Therefore, the bending stress can be given by m upon I into R. This is the value of bending stress which we have find out. Okay, we also have the torsional formula, and it is given by T upon J which is equal to tau upon R. From this equation also we are going to find out the value of tau. Therefore, it can be given by, first of all we will find out the value of T. Once you know the value of T, we can easily find out the tau. T can be given by tau upon R into J, where J is nothing but it's a polar moment of inertia and it is equal to 2 into I. It is equal to 2 into I. Okay, therefore put the value of J equal to 2I into this particular equation. We have T is equal to 2 into tau into I upon R. So remember that this particular equation is 2 into tau into I upon R, because J is equal to twice I. From this one we will have the value of shear stress Tr upon 2I. This is the equation number 2. Okay, so as sigma is the normal stress and tau is the shear stress, the principal stress can be given by this particular formula, and sigma is equal to sigma by 2 plus minus under root of sigma by 2 bracket square plus tau square. Okay, so whatever the value we have find out sigma and tau, you just those value into this particular equation, that is substituting the value of equation from 1 and 2. So we will have sigma is equal to mr upon 2I plus minus under root of mr upon 2I bracket square plus tr upon 2I bracket square. Okay, so after rearranging this equation, after taking all the common terms out of the square bracket, we will have mr upon 2I plus minus r upon 2I, because in this particular equation r upon 2I is the common. Okay, and as it is a square, so it will come out the square root. Okay, so m upon r mr upon 2I plus minus r upon 2I under root of m square plus t square. Again, in this equation we have r upon 2I as a common. Therefore, we will have this equation r upon 2I into square bracket m plus minus under root of m square plus t square. Okay, after rearranging this equation, after putting the value of 2I is equal to j, we will have the final equation r upon j into square bracket m plus minus under root of m square plus t square. So this is the value of bending stress sigma which we have find out. Okay, now we will find out the value of sigma maximum and sigma minimum, because it is the value of principal stress. It is the value of principal stress. Okay, therefore after rearranging this equation from this one, r upon j equal to this equation, we will have 1 upon zp into bracket m plus minus under root of m square plus t square. Okay, so remember that this r upon j is nothing but 1 upon zp, because zp is nothing but j upon r. Zp, it's a polar section modulus and it is j upon r. Polar section modulus is nothing but j upon r, so it is the r upon j, so it's a inverse of zp. Therefore we will have sigma maximum equal to 1 upon zp into bracket m plus under root of m square plus t square. So for the maximum value you use the positive sign, this positive sign, whereas for the minimum value of sigma we have 1 upon zp into bracket m minus, remember that it is a minimum value, m minus under root of m square plus t square. So those are the values of principal stresses. One is maximum and one is minimum. Okay, therefore the equivalent bending moment can be given by equivalent bending moment. Remember that now it's a equivalent bending moment can be given by me upon I, which is equal to sigma maximum upon r. Okay, therefore me can be given by I upon r into sigma maximum value is r upon 2I m under root of m square plus t square. Okay, therefore on solving this particular equation we will have me is equal to, so r and I it will get cancelled, so the remaining term is 1 upon 2 into bracket m plus under root of m square plus t square. So this is the value of me, it's a equivalent bending moment. Okay, now we have also discussed the concept of maximum shear stress, and it can be given by maximum shear stress tau maximum can be given by sigma maximum minus sigma minimum upon 2. Okay, so if you put the value of sigma maximum from this equation and sigma minimum from this equation into this particular equation, whatever the answer we will get after rearranging it, after solving it, we will have tau maximum under root of m square plus t square upon zp. Okay, so this is the value of tau maximum. Once you know the value of tau maximum, we can easily find out the value of equivalent torque. In the previous one, we have find out the value of equivalent bending moment once you know the value of sigma maximum and sigma minimum. Okay, now in this case, we are going to find out the value of equivalent torque because we know the value of tau maximum. Okay, therefore it can be given by Te upon J, which is equal to tau maximum upon R. Okay, therefore Te is equal to what is the value of tau maximum? It is under root of m square plus t square upon zp into j upon r, So remember that the value of zp is nothing but the value of zp is j upon r. So if you put the value of zp equal to j upon r, so these two value it will get cancelled. The remaining term will be under root of m square plus t square. This is the value of equivalent torque which we have derived. Okay, now for such a case, For such a case, we are going to find out the value of location of principal plane. Not value, it's a location of principal plane. It's a direction. So it can be given by tan of 2 theta equal to 2 tau upon sigma. It can be given by tan of 2 theta is equal to 2 tau upon sigma. If you put the value of tau which we have find out in this particular equation, second equation, and if you put the value of sigma which we have find out in the previous one, then the final answer will be T upon M, torque upon moment. Okay, so tan of 2 theta is the location of principal plane can be given by T upon M. Therefore 2 theta will become tan inverse of T upon M. Okay, so in this manner we have derived the equation, or we have find out the value of equivalent torque, which is equal to under root of m square plus t square. Okay, so we will stop here. In the next lecture we will discuss the numericals based on the concept of equivalent torque. Okay, so thank you.